Oh my god, your poor dad.
Hi, welcome back to Your Poor Dad. You can't do the sisters, but you can't do the podcast.
I'm like sucking in too hard.
So thank you for joining us and being the fourth prank sister.
Thank you.
Sister. My name's Sue Dillon.
No, my name's Sue Dillon.
I can't do it.
Oh. Holy shit, welcome back to Your Poor Dad.
Wow.
Like Bailey
Welcome.
said, you can't choose your sisters, but you can choose your podcast.
So thank you.
Thank you.
Well, if you guys couldn't tell, we have a special guest today, Sue Dillon.
Well, not the real Sue Dillon.
No, we
yet.
wish.
We're definitely working on it.
We became obsessed with the TikToker, what's her name, Sarah Gray?
Yeah.
And she does this character, Sue Dillon.
Sue Dillon.
And she sounds like that. And it is the funniest shit I have ever heard in my life.
I have never laughed so hard.
Yeah.
Even I don't know how she doesn't just break down and just laugh.
Yeah, because she prank calls people and she tells them it's always revolving around dog shit. And we just prank called her mom, and we'll put that on TikTok. So go to our TikTok and
That's how we're gonna try to get Sue Dillon's
Dillon.
attention.
yeah. So we've had an unhealthy obsession with Sue Dillon. I can't do the voice.
Sue Dillon. Hi y'all, this is Sue Dillon.
You're good at it.
Ooh la, you pretty. You pretty.
It's so hard because it's so funny.
Bend over, I'll put on my red lipstick.
And the funniest part about Sue Dillon is that she literally sounds like our family members.
Oh yeah, all of our relatives.
And she always talks about smoking Virginia Slims, which is Gigi's favorite cigarette. R.I.P.
Shoot, she's just freaking funny.
She's funny
I
as
tell
hell.
you what. Wait, should we, while we're on our TikTok?
Should we talk about cone?
It's cone. It's cone.
Oh my god, I'm obsessed. Like in my brain, all day it's just like, it's a big lump with knobs. It's got the juice. It's got the juice.
And then, what about the butter? Like, I tried it with butter and everything. Wait, what did he say?
He was like, said he tried it with butter and it changed everything.
It changed
But like,
everything.
I feel that so hard. Like,
Just add butter.
once I tried butter, I couldn't stop.
That's when you actually started living.
Totally, because and then mom used to buy like the big country crock tub of butter.
Yeah.
And I would sneak into the kitchen and grab a spoonful of that and just like eat it by the spoonful. And then I'd hide in the pantry.
I was with you in the pantry.
And then we'd eat brown sugar.
With the butter. We would bring the tub.
Hey, you can't cut it out. Your Sue Dillon's gonna get you. I'm a buster, but
Have you seen The Corn Kid? It's cone.
I just watched it on your Instagram story.
It's pretty funny too.
Hey, stop it! Cut it out!
Hey, one of you get your ass over here.
Ugh, I'm not touching Tiger.
Ew, he has a boner.
I know.
Okay, let him be. Tiger, come here.
Oh, now they're licking it.
Okay.
Come
Because if
here.
they don't, it gets all the fuzzies back inside.
Come here. Come here. One of you.
You know what
Somebody.
your dogs remind me of?
Cone.
Have you ever seen, well, of course, Cone. Tiger is Cone. He's a big lump with knobs.
He's Cone.
And then, ew. Your dogs remind me of Brokeback Mountain. You know, like the first time they hook up and they're kind of like
It's
fighting.
like really aggressive.
Yeah, they're like kind of fighting and then they just start fucking. That's your dogs. And your dog is now eating your other dog's ass.
I
It's
don't
ass
like
eating
it
I was
when he
gonna
does
say
that.
it is.
And Roman says, "Oh, what?
Ew, it's more like his grundle.
His ghost nuts."
Yeah, it's his ghost nuts.
Ghost nuts.
Tiger has an unhealthy obsession with his
Genitalia.
family members'
His
ghost
brother's
nut.
ghost nuts.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's just stop paying attention to it. Okay.
Ew.
Stop!
Okay. So Jade, how's your week going?
My week is going great. I got invited on a surprise trip to Mexico.
Surprise.
Surprise!
Sorpresa.
Is that how you say it?
Mhm.
Oh, nice. So, past Jade did not renew her passport on time, even though it was like on her list. She bought all the stuff. She did everything she was supposed to do. She just didn't do it. And
I
so
bet you're feeling pretty silly right about now.
So she fucked over future Jade. So when I got this call, like, hey, do you want to go to Mexico next week? And I was like, yes, but my passport is expired. And they were like, well, can you do a little doo-doo? And I said, yes, I can.
do a little doo-doo.
Yeah, and so I did a little doo-doo, and I went to Houston.
Nice.
I drove there. I left my house at 4:30 in the morning.
Wow.
Went to the passport office, fully expecting to leave with my physical passport in my hand because I'm traveling within 2 weeks of travel. And then they said, no, we're going to have to send it to you on Monday.
Oh, how dare they?
Yeah, and so I've had a mild case of anxiety.
Mild? What do you mean mild? Try severe.
Yeah, so I've just been calling the passport agency every day, telling them my story, and then they're like, well, what day did they say they'd send it to you? And I said Monday, and they said, well, then you can expect it Monday. And I was like, okay, but can you just tell me it's gonna come, because I just like need that validation.
But like they have told you every single day.
Yeah, and then they tell me, and I'm like, okay, cool. And then I call Paige and I say, do you think my passport's coming? And she says yes. And then I call Mom and I say, do you think my passport's coming? And she says yes.
And you still don't believe it.
But then today I got the notification that it has been shipped, so we're good to go. I've been panic buying a bunch of outfits, so we'll see what I look like in Mexico. And I'm just really excited. I'm a little nervous because I don't really know many people going. But here's the thing about me is I'm always a good time, so
Right.
I'm not really worried, but I am nervous.
I think that's normal. I would be way more than nervous. I'd be like shitting my pants just because like I get very nervous when there's not an exit plan, you know what I mean? Just in case, like worst case scenario, everyone hates you, at least you can leave, you know, but you can't.
Yeah. I've never really gone anywhere where like everyone hated me.
Neither have I, but like
As far as you know.
I just
As far as I know.
enjoy I feel better knowing if this happened, I could just leave.
Well, I think I can like pretend I got Montezuma's revenge, and I could pretend I got sick.
Yeah.
And I could
Right.
stay in the room.
Right.
Yeah, and we're staying at like I think like a pretty good hotel, so I'm like I'll just like rack up some room service charges.
Yeah, you'll just hide in your room.
Rack ball. Yeah.
Rack 'em.
I was
So-
scared when I was going to Mexico with Sticks. I was like, what if we like actually don't even like each other that much? Or like, what am I gonna
another thing?
do?
Yeah.
And then I decided that, you know what? We're gonna be in like a really cool place, and we'll probably just like shake hands and be like, this isn't gonna work out, but we got 3 more days together. Let's make the best of it.
Aren't you going with Mr. Robert?
Mr. Roberts.
Mr. Roberts?
I am going with Mr. Roberts. So I feel like it'll be fine.
I think so,
like,
too.
We have so much fun together whenever we're together.
In
Right.
worst case scenario, you're gonna be in like a beautiful place, like where there's plenty to do, you know?
Yeah. And then we can just break up with each other when we get back, even though we're
Yeah.
not even like together.
I was gonna say you have to be together before you can break up.
What if we like become boyfriend and girlfriend on the trip, and then at the end of the trip we break up?
What if you get married?
What if we get married?
You'll be the real Mrs. Roberts then.
Then I can just maybe that'll be my joke with him. Like, my nails are done.
Yeah, you should make that joke. And let me know how it goes.
Okay.
Bring your previous wedding band with you just in case. It's like, oh, you forgot one?
Oh, here I got one for you.
I dropped something, and he goes to pick it up. It's like, yes.
Oh my god! Every time he like bends down, I'm gonna be like,
never ask.
yeah. So
Crazy.
I'm excited. I'm gonna have to do a lot of like, I'm just gonna go to the gym and work out in the morning, you know, because
To make your evacuations.
yeah,
You have to do that in private.
yeah. Oh, I have to call my mom. There's a very important call I have to take in the
Uh-oh.
lobby.
Oh, I have this really important meeting that I need to take.
Oh my god!
Oh, there was an
on a
emergency
Saturday.
at the exhibit. Someone
There's an
shit on the
emergency
floor.
with your poor dad. I need to talk to Paige for a second.
Yeah, and then I FaceTime Paige on the
Yeah, that'll be fun. Can't wait for that.
yeah. So we'll see. Next episode, you will not know how it went. The episode after that, you will know.
Right.
Keep
And
you
then
in
I'm getting my
suspense.
titties done.
Titty.
How's your week going?
My week's great. First and foremost, I want to give my friend Kendrick a shout out. He is an artiste, and so he makes paintings, and then also he has merch, and this shirt is my newest addition from his merch.
I like that one.
And all of you guys I highly recommend that you guys go to at highly favored art on Instagram and check out his stuff and support him, because you gotta support artists.
You gotta.
Anyways, so wanted to make sure I gave him a shout out because really like what he's doing. Anyways, we went to Joe Rogan last night. That was fun.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun.
We're having a lot of fun lately.
so much fun. We had such a premium experience.
Oh my God, it was VIP. Because we were with Alexis. She works at Zate. And we also hung out. We went to an event with Alexis on Friday for All Hers with Zate. And it was really fun. There was a lot of cool girls. So if you guys need stuff to do in Austin, you should follow All Hers. And Zate's going to be doing a lot of events too. But
if you are looking for things to do in Austin, you should just download Zate.
Yeah, well, download Zate. But that was like a really fun event. A lot of girls showed up by themselves and they were just like all chatting and having a few cocktails, and it was really fun. And then we decided that we were going to go, and Alexis invited us to see Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
And we had a grand time.
It could not have been a better night because we went to Parkside beforehand. We had some oysters.
Oysters, I hardly know her.
I know. And then we went to Joe Rogan. It was just amazing.
Yeah.
So that was great. And then I think last week I had mentioned that I went on another first date.
Right.
And I just wanted to update all of our listeners because I know you guys care so much. There will not be another date with that man. It was
is
weird.
no longer with us.
No, he's.
R.I.P.
I think he's with us.
No, he's not. He's no longer with us.
He's no longer with us. He's no longer with me. It was a weird situation, and basically, long story short, he did not understand how to make a plan. He didn't even have a plan. It was just really weird, and I'm not into it. So.
Yeah. He couldn't like execute. It was like there was he had plans that he wasn't letting you in on, and he wasn't telling you, and he was just assuming things.
Or he'd be like, do you want to get drinks later? Yes, I can be ready at this time. Let me know. No text back until he says he's going to a bar with his friends. I'm like, oh, I thought you wanted to hang out. Like, just really weird.
Yeah.
Maybe he was like dropping the hint for you, like, oh, we should get drinks later. Like, he's like the little Carrie. He's like, oh, are you gonna ask me where we should go?
She said I could be ready.
I said I can be ready by 5 the earliest or later to whatever is up to you.
And then he should respond with, okay, how does blank sound? And
Trust
then,
me, I've heard the story many a times.
She did. It was just really strange, and it's not even just about the date. It's the fact that poor guy. It's just any human being when you're making plans. Hey, Jade, do you want to go to Joe Rogan on Wednesday? We'll meet at Parkside at 7:00. Like, you have to know where you're going. And I just feel like that's a really big red flag.
Yeah.
A very unique red flag. First of all, I haven't experienced that, like someone who had such issues just communicating a plan. But the more I was thinking about it, if you can't ask somebody, do you want to go here at this time?
what else is going to be wrong?
You know what? Here's the thing.
In the words, I follow this great philosopher, and she said, no. She said, it's just a flop. It's not a flop era.
Right.
So you're not in a flop era, but you're getting back on the horse. That was just not your horse. And not every horse is going to be your horse.
That horse just stumbled into your corral.
And you know something about horses is
There's a lot.
it's not as easy as riding a bike. So you have to practice. You have to, really get back
your
on
hips loose.
Yeah, you have to.
And you got to get your head right.
Yeah.
So, you know what? I'm confident that you're going to get
We'll
back
get there.
Yeah.
Bailey, what about you?
Week?
How's your week been? We've had an eventful week.
I've had an eventful week.
Sorry.
That sounded so juicy.
It felt
Yeah,
delicious.
something was definitely like released in that. I don't
That's
like
a
that at all.
delicious. I love a good nut crack. You know what I love is when I don't
A nut crack.
I love cracking my nuts. But when you just like tilt your head to the side and it's like, oh, you know my favorite crack of all time though. I love
cracks.
cracking. No, like your wrist like this and it cracks like that.
Ooh, I've never done that before.
Oh my god! I wake up and I'm gonna have arthritis one day.
I have dainty wrists.
I
You can't
heard that
crack
was
them
a
like
myth.
that.
I have a sturdy wrist.
I heard that was a myth. I really like doing this part of your knuckles, like the you know.
All right, well, if we're gonna get into how we crack our fingers, I like to crack mine to the side.
You're gonna break it, Bailey. You're gonna break one
No,
of them
that's
off.
insanity.
It feels good. Try it.
I like doing the thumb, like the back thumb knuckles.
Oh, I don't like that either.
And I also like cracking like the tippity top knuckles.
You want to know what I get from our poor dad?
What?
I cannot crack my big toe.
Oh, I crack. Mine doesn't stop cracking.
I love cracking my big toe. I love cracking my toes. I always crack them.
No, Barley. How's your weight going?
There's been like a lot of stuff going on. That is, you know, Sticks came back into town. That was really good.
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to know something that was really sweet that
Yeah.
Sticks did? He went out of town for work for a few days and he comes back. And I think I've said this before. Sticks and I work remote at home and Bailey doesn't. So it's just me and him in the house one morning. And he goes, here, he hands me this little pouch and he says, I brought you something back from my travels. And I was so excited and I opened it and it was the cutest little hair clip. And I said, oh my gosh, thank you. Because I've been wearing clips in my hair lately. And it was just a very thoughtful little gift.
That is such a sweetie pie.
He showed me what he got you, and I was like, "Ugh, but I also kind of want that.
Honey, that is too small for your hair.
I
You have a
know.
lot of hair.
She's got a lot of hair.
Oh,
I'm getting my hair done tomorrow. So then the next time you guys see me, I'm going to be blonde.
wait. Should I take your hair appointment and you take my hair appointment?
No.
Okay.
Because I specifically had to wait to get this one.
Why?
Because I was going to get it done last week, but then you were supposed to get your boobs done and I was supposed to take care of you.
I know, but what
So
if
then
what if I
to-
take your hair appointment this week and my hair appointment's next week? It's one more week.
What day?
The 7th?
What day of the week is that?
I don't know.
Okay, well, I got to know that.
Well, how about you take her hair appointment and you take her boob appointment?
No, she doesn't need boobs. She has perky boobs.
Thanks.
You know what? Another thing I just thought of that how my week is going.
How?
Selling Sunset OC is on Netflix now, and my best friend Lisa, who you guys always hear me talk about, she is on the show. Well, her husband is like on the show because he's a realtor, and she's on the show, and it was like so exciting to see her. I was so like just titillated by seeing her on the TV.
It is really exciting. One of my friends texted me right before we started recording, and she said, "Why did you not think to tell us that Lisa's husband was on Selling Sunset?" And I honestly didn't think about it because you've known that this was in the works for so long, like so much longer before it aired. I just I knew it, and then I kind of forgot about it. But it is very cool.
Yeah, it's so cool, and they are absolutely stunning.
It's honestly disgusting.
Insane. It's crazy.
It's a little sickening.
It's like, how do I know people like this in real life that just look like, if I had to be on camera, I would have to like do things to my face.
It looks like their faces were just sculpted
for TV.
for TV.
And then they have 2 little twin daughters that are just
also gorgeous.
stunning.
That's suspicious.
It is suspicious. Like, why are you guys so hot? Like, no one should be that hot.
I would refer to them as my favorite celebrity couple before they were a celebrity couple.
Yeah, they're lost in Lisa and Austin.
Yeah,
Lost in.
We got it.
Well, they don't
we got
know.
I got it.
Yeah. And fun fact, I introduced them because I grew up with Austin. I call him AJ because that's just what.
Well, that is also what threw me off. I forgot that his name is Austin. And so I was expecting AJ, and then
that's
I was like,
his adult name. But like growing up, we all called him AJ. So like I just call him AJ. And I grew up with him in Glendora, and I always thought he was so. I mean, every girl in Glendora thought he was cute. Like he didn't even go to our
an
middle school.
objective fact.
That is.
It was
a
just like
fact.
he is cute. So
Yeah.
it's like everyone was like AJ Victoria, he's hot. And then I moved to Keller, and then I met Lisa, and Lisa and I became best friends. And so Lisa actually knew AJ in high school because we'd visit Newport, whatever. And then they met our senior year, which is really
Fun fact, they met last week. If you guys remember, Jade was talking about how she got in trouble, but she knew that she was still going to be able to go on the California trip.
Oh, yeah.
And that is the trip that she introduced Lisa and AJ.
Yeah. And so, they just, and then Lisa moved to LA for college, and I said, you need to hit up AJ. Like, he's so fun and nice, and like, you guys would hit it off. And then they finally did, and here we are. I've actually so my other two best friends, Rhiannon and Shayna, I was there when they both met their husbands too. So I'm like,
So you're a good luck Chuck.
I'm a really good matchmaker. I think I matchmade Rhiannon and Zach as well. Because he hit me up.
Do you think she would agree?
I think it was an integral part.
She'd probably like let you have it, but like
I think so. With
she's
Zach,
like okay.
because Zach. So Rhiannon and I would always go work out together, and for some reason she had the best body ever, and I just like never got that.
Something that I remember about Rhiannon, because sometimes I would go to the gym with you, and occasionally she would like meet us there. And one day I walked past the treadmill that she was on, and she was just casually on mile 6, and I don't even think she was sweating yet. And
Yeah, she's a freak of nature.
I was like, oh, I'm different.
We're different. And so Zach would see us at the gym, and I knew Zach from high school. He went to a different high school than us, and he Facebook messaged me. I should actually look it up and like see what he said, but he was like, hey, do you girls want to come out? I always see you with Rhiannon. Do you guys want to come out to Fort Worth and hang out with us? And I was like, oh, Rhiannon, you're going to love this guy. He's such an asshole. And then it turns out he's like the biggest sweetie ever, and we love him. But so I kind of was there for that as well.
Nice.
So if you guys want a boyfriend, just call me.
Cool.
I'm still working on you guys. I mean, you already have one.
Uh-oh, it's time for the Bears update, guys. Okay. So I think the last time we recorded was that when they had their preseason game against the Seahawks, because guess what? Oh, they won 27-11.
Well, that's
down,
good news because
baby.
you said this is going to be a predictor for the season, and we all agreed.
Yeah. But here's some guys, listen to this.
Is this
Okay.
tea? Is this Bears tea?
I mean, no, just listen.
Okay.
So, defensive backs coach James Rowe praised Bears rookie Kyler Gordon's ball skills
Ew.
and
We
said
love a man with ball skills.
he has real natural hands.
I have natural hands for balls as well.
Honestly,
I wonder if the coach would tell me that.
I just was appalled that he said this about his player. You know what I mean?
Why?
But obviously, I'm joking. I'm just immature, and I just have the sense of humor of a 12-year-old boy.
Me too.
That's why I just picked this little story out, because I was like, haha, ball skills. Anyways, but basically, Kyler Gordon, the rookie, I guess he's doing really great, and a lot of people are really excited about his potential on our defense. So I really hope that he's going to be the thing that just gets us to the Super Bowl.
Probably.
Yeah.
And you know
what
what?
I mean?
You
This
know
is
who
our
would be
year.
really good at assessing his natural hands? Our poor dad.
And me.
Oh.
Oh.
You're going to see about his ball skills?
You and Kyler can actually compete against each other, like who has the best ball skills,
Yeah, and who has the best
who has the best
hands?
natural hands with said balls.
I've been told I have natural hands with my ball skills. So I think I would win that.
Yeah. Honestly,
Good.
sorry
That
that
was a
story
great-
is inappropriate. It's just
So-
like I thought that was really funny.
Well, it's good to know that the Bears preseason is going well, but they also need us as their lucky charm. So you guys know what to do. Go and comment on the Bears Instagram
At Your Poor Dad Pod.
and say Jade has excellent hands for ball
So you
skills.
looking
Jade-
for a new ball handler?
She's a natural hands.
Jade has really great ball skills too.
Why does everyone always talk about Kyler's ball skills when Jade has
Wait,
great...
why is no one talking about Jade's ball skills?
I have great ball skills.
Yeah, you're gonna give Kyler a run for his
With
money.
these natural hands?
Like, that's insane.
What else you got for us?
Well, you know,
Okay,
Here's the
we're
thing.
talking about first boyfriends.
Yeah.
So you're going to have to bring the heat. We need the TikTok clips. So what do you have?
okay, well, so first of all, this is the boyfriend I've talked before.
Wait, first, can we say, like, our boyfriend vibes? Because I feel like you're different than... You and Bailey were kind of...
like
different
the
than
first
me.
boyfriend?
Or just, like, our vibes with boyfriends. Like, you're, like, the boyfriend girly of the group. Like, you always had a boyfriend growing up.
I'm very good at being a girlfriend. I love being a girlfriend.
Oh, so this is like first boyfriend.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, so what's interesting, I was
wondering who you were gonna choose.
I was thinking, wow, this
So many.
this could change actually everything now, because I was thinking my first like real boyfriend.
Well, you could do both.
One of your first boyfriends was one of my first boyfriend's older brothers.
Yeah,
That's nice.
I was like not a boyfriend girly growing up. Like my first real boyfriend wasn't until like my husband, pretty much. Like I had guys that I like had like long situationships with, but like
You know, now that I'm thinking about it,
what?
the boyfriends that I had, okay, so my first boyfriend, he was the first boy I ever held hands with.
Ooh,
And this
sexual.
was 7th grade, I believe. And the 7th graders would always go to the 8th grade basketball games.
Yeah, that's hot. That's where you want to see and be seen.
Exactly. Anyone would be there. Anyways, so me and my first boyfriend, we'll call him Joe Dirt. And do you know why?
Yes.
Do you know why? I'll tell you when you're older.
I was gonna go a different direction. I know it.
Okay, so me and Joe Dirt, I was so excited because I'm there at the basketball game with my boyfriend,
Holding hands.
and then he reaches over and grabs my hand, and we did not let go of our hands the entire basketball game. Do you know how sweaty?
Oh my god.
My hand
Were
was
you-
so sweaty.
Were you embarrassed?
It was pruny in the cracks.
Ew.
Like in the cracks of my fingers, they were pruny whenever we let go, because we were both just sweating so much in our hands, and it made me gag. Like it was disgusting. The pruniness, and like honestly, like the only other like moistness when the game was finally over and we let go of our hands, I was like, "Ugh." And that's just like, no one told me that when you're holding
you
hands
can-
with the boy that
you
you
can
can
take a
like,
break.
yeah, you can take a break and it's okay.
It's like the tension. It's like you finally got there. You didn't want to let go.
Now we're gonna break up.
yeah, like I could not let go of his hand because I can only imagine how nervous he was to reach out for my hand.
Yeah.
I wasn't about to just let it go. But that, I mean, it was soggy. Like that's disgusting.
A soggy handhold.
That's disgusting. So I was 7th grade. And then my next boyfriend, again, I don't know why I don't consider any of these my first boyfriend, but I don't. And my second boyfriend in 8th grade, that's the one that I had my first makeout with. And he kind of tricked me a little bit because I said, "Oh no, I'm nervous. I don't want to make out because I've never done it before, and like I don't know how to do it." And he said, "Okay, well, let's just practice. Like it's not going to count for anything." And I said, "Okay." So then we made out for a second, and I said, "I don't know, I'm not ready." And he said, "You just did it." And I said, "That was tricky." Anyways,
Wait, that was like kind of
Weird.
No offense, dumb for you.
no, so dumb. But then you told mom and dad.
Yeah.
So
I was just trying to be the embarrassing older sister.
So embarrassing.
Yeah.
You were like, wait, I've still never made out with anyone. Why is Paige?
I know Paige probably got her first kiss before I did.
Probably.
I got my first kiss when I was like in a sophomore in high school.
So we might have been the same. It might have been the same year.
Honestly, probably was. And it was this guy from LD Bell High School, and his name was Frank. Or no, Stan. Stan the man.
The boyfriend that I count as my first real boyfriend, he went to LD Bell.
Oh yeah, he did.
He did.
LD Bell. My first boyfriend was I'll never forget this. This is like so me. Like I feel like I'm such a late bloomer.
You are.
I'm like blooming now.
That's because what did she call her? You're a sex girl now.
Yeah, like it took me a long time to get to where I am. So like if you guys are like, "Oh my god, am I ever going to bloom?" You might.
Yeah.
You bloom where you're planted. Anyways, so I was in 7th grade, and me and this boy, I'll just say his name, Stephen Cricks, and we would always like fight with each other across the room, like literally, like they were like, "Stop fighting!" Like we would yell at each other in class. And then he wrote me a note, and he was like, "Will you be my girlfriend?"
And you were like, "No!"
And then I like wrote him a note back in class, and I said yes. And then we like literally never talked to each other or hung out like in person ever. And then we like gave each other like a Valentine's Day.
I thought you were gonna say we gave each other a hug.
Oh, do you think
I
I was
thought you were
gonna touch?
say gave him dirty looks.
Do you think I would touch that man? No, I would never touch him. And then maybe we like did do like a little dance, like hands on the shoulder at the Goddard dance.
Oh
or
God,
whatever.
I gotta go dance with my boyfriend.
Yeah, and then I was like literally hanging outside with mom, so I didn't have to dance with my boyfriend. That's how like scared of boys I was. Then he broke up with me through his friend, which also another boy did that. Oh, and then the other guy, he was my older boyfriend. I was in 8th grade. He was a freshman, and our family friend introduced us. Mm-hmm. And I remember he was like, we were at this baseball game, and he asked me if he could kiss me, and I said, "I just don't think I'm ready."
That's cute.
I'm so pure.
Is this the person whose armpits were drenched?
Probably.
Am I wrong?
Yeah.
The one that broke up with you in the car.
Yeah, no,
Or
he
at
broke
the
up with me
beach.
at the beach, and then we had to drive 45 minutes back to Glendora
Yeah.
in the car.
That's so.
And he
awkward
broke
for
up with
you.
me through his friend too.
Okay, that's
but,
just
like, honestly,
That's just how everyone does it.
I know, but like it's
Did
how
it.
everyone did it.
That's
and
how,
then,
no. That's how you guys still do it, right?
But then also, like, who wants a girlfriend that like won't make out with you or like touch you ever?
Well, when you're younger, that's just
But I was like going to be in high school. Like I was, it was summer
still-
going into 9th grade,
that's still okay.
and I was obsessed with him.
I mean, obviously not.
Yeah, you would have put out, Jade.
Yeah,
Please.
Jade, come on,
Prove it.
Well, now things have changed. When I like a guy, show him.
Yeah, because now you're a sex girl.
Now I'm a sex girl. I do what Tiger just did to Roman.
Ew,
Wow.
Don't say that. Like,
Apologize
Roman's a
to our
different
poor
person.
dad.
To your poor dad?
Apologize to our. He can hear this.
That's his own problem for listening to this. I'm sorry.
Sheesh.
Sheesh, Bailey. What about your what about your first boyfriend?
Well, I already mentioned once before on the podcast that my first boyfriend would tell people that he wasn't my boyfriend when I wear my hair up because my ears are so big. And he was embarrassed. I also, I think that my first boyfriend
Emotionally abused you?
was a bully to me because I used to have a mole right here. And someone else told me, they said, "Yeah, that is pretty bad. I just want to like bite it off. Like it's so like aggressive."
Bite it off.
Do you remember this guy though? That was really bad.
He's weird.
Yeah.
Wait, is it the first boyfriend that I know?
Scratchy.
No, it was itchy. No,
itchy
it wasn't
Scratchy.
No, that's the person Scratchy's who I consider my first boyfriend. But then you went back. You backtracked to Joe Dirt, so I backtracked.
Joe Dirt's brother?
Not
No.
not Joe Dirt's brother.
But the brother.
But yeah.
Ew. Joe Dirt's brother?
No.
No.
We'll
We'll
write
tell
you
you
a-
when you're older.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll give you the legend. You can decode this.
There is something that I wanted to say about my first real boyfriend.
Tell us.
So I just think this is so funny because it was our like first or second Christmas together, but it was, do you guys remember the year when his family all came over and celebrated Christmas with us?
Great time.
I don't
Great
know-
family.
Great family. I don't know if you guys remember. It's just like, this is so awkward for him, and I wonder if he remembers it as much as I do, because it was when we were exchanging Christmas gifts. And I was so excited that I had this boyfriend I loved. I was going to get him a great gift, so I got him a Fossil watch. That was such a good gift to give at the time, you know?
all the
Great
rage.
gift.
And so I give him his Fossil watch. Oh my gosh, Paige, great girlfriend. And then his parents got me a gift too, and I opened that first. And it was the coolest gift. That was when I was really into music. I was playing guitar a lot. I also had, that had to have been my first year in college because I was a Kappa. And so they got me a James Avery ring that had keys on it. Like, it was very sweet.
They're so sweet.
And then they got me this thing where you can make your own guitar picks. So it was like a press thing,
hole
that
punch.
it was like a hole punch in the shape of a guitar. It was just so thoughtful, so sweet. And then I opened his gift, and guess what he got me?
I remember.
Socks.
Wait.
maybe he didn't have the money.
No, he said, you've been wanting, because remember when it was really trendy to have those really tall over the knee socks with the tall boots. So that's the era we were living in. And so he said, well, you always talk about wanting these tall socks for your boots, and so I got you these socks. So it was nice. And it was also just like, you should have let me open your present before your parents, like, because you
put it in with the parents and be like, this is from all of us. We all collaborated on this
from
present.
the family. I
thought he got you an electric toothbrush. Did anyone ever get you an electric toothbrush?
Dad got mom a blow dryer one time.
I know. We know that.
My ex's mom got me a blow dryer, and it was a Dyson blow dryer. It's a good blow dryer.
My ex's stepmom put poopery in my stocking.
Should I bring poopery to Mexico?
Probably.
Yes.
Oh my god.
That's a good job, Bailey.
I brought the same poopery that was in my stocking to Mexico when I went with Sticks. I don't use it.
Can I have it?
I'm on natural. Yeah.
Wait, should I? Maybe that's the good luck poopery.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, so should we listen? Should we read some listener stories?
Should we listen?
Someone should listen. Someone should read them.
So I'll be honest. You guys didn't love that we asked about the first boyfriend stories.
Oh, why not?
I don't know. We only had one.
But people were writing in other stuff to us.
Well, that's the thing. So we had a lot of submissions. They were just of different topics.
Oh, then that's
so that's fine. So basically what we have here is we have an update from somebody. Love that. And then I have the awkward first boyfriend, and then a couple other just like random stories.
I love it. Wow.
I know. This
Pages.
is going to be do you want to read these, or do you want me to try, since you get anxious with they're not edited?
I don't get anxious when they're not edited. You guys just say, spit it out. And it's like, if they knew how to put a comma, I could read.
just
I know a
let-
natural pause.
Let's let Paige try.
I'll do the first one just because it's kind of long. And I think we need it. I think we need all of it. Okay. So this is the update. So the roommate update. Hey sisters, sorry to keep you waiting, but here's the roommate part 2 update. Details. They lived in Ohio. All of this took place between August 2019 and March of 2020.
Wait, should we recap?
Okay, so this is the story where the girl, our listener, had a crush on her guy friend, and her dorm roommate knew this, and the dorm roommate brought the guy friend, just had hanky-panky with him in the same room, in their dorm, and the girl was up all night and heard everything.
Yeah, and she said that
So
she was
sad.
crying in her bed.
Silently crying.
Ugh. There's kill me.
Nothing worse.
I wish I could give her a hug in that moment and say everything's gonna be okay, honey. Sue Caitlin.
And you know
If
what?
anyone could die, it's
There
Luke
was a-
Kaylin.
There was a happy ending.
Okay, so it was from August 2019 to March 2020 because they got kicked out of the dorm because of COVID.
Okay.
They moved in together. Here's the other fucking crazy part. So the roommates moved in together in August, and guess what day the whole hookup happened? September 25th, 2019, the same day that me and Tyson broke up.
And that is my birthday.
And that is Jade's birthday. It is just September 25th of 2019. That has
Bad
to be
vibes.
the worst day ever. I'm sorry that was your birthday, but
I know,
I mean,
what
that
was
was a
it?
bad day. That was a bad day for clearly everybody.
yeah, I was not in the best place at that time.
It's really sad because she said that day is burned into my memory.
Oh no.
Anyways,
Her table, it's
Okay.
broken.
so here's the story. She calls it her red hair phase, which I love that. I love it. Okay, on the drive home, I called my parents' best friend of now 18 years crying, explaining to her what had happened, and she was pissed because she knew for a fact that he was into me, so she was just as confused. She ended up calling him for me because I refused to talk to either of them, and apparently they didn't understand why I left until my best friend told him. And
How did she not
told him and her because they were on speakerphone and they were still together. Okay.
when the family best friend called.
Yes.
Oh no.
that
How did
I
they
heard-
not know? The best friend was the roommate was being a dumbass.
Yeah. And so basically the friend's like saying that she wants nothing to do with him, whatever. I felt heartbroken, used by her, trust was broken, and I lost all respect for him as a friend that day. The best way to describe my feelings in this situation is when Rachel tells Ross that he's a totally different person to her now after he sleeps with whatever her name is when they were on a break.
Zoe the Clorox girl.
Okay.
Chloe the Xerox girl.
The Xerox girl.
Zoe the Clorox girl.
Zoe the Clorox girl.
Clorox, it's the Xerox girl. I was
Chloe
speaking in code.
Shit. Okay. Whew. I spent that weekend with my true best friend and ended up setting a meeting with the guy. I left Friday, met up with him on Sunday because we had been friends before anything and he didn't know how I felt about him, unlike her. So I thought I should give him a chance to explain his actions. At first, he said nothing happened.
Liar.
At
He's
first,
pulling a Jade.
he said nothing happened, but after I screamed, I fucking heard everything! In his face,
Forrest Gump.
he told me they did multiple things together. It started
Ew.
off by
Multiple things. How many things are there?
Step one.
we did multiple things together.
He's like, no, never.
Oh God. Okay.
Yeah.
It started off by her kissing him. She initiated all of it, and that he was extremely sorry. That was the first time I'd ever seen this man cry.
Good.
Not
I
the
like
last?
love when a man cries. When I'll be so sad and like talking to a guy, and when he starts crying, I instantly get a hit of dopamine, and I love it.
Do you remember when
you've
I was
broken him.
breaking up with my quarantine boyfriend and he was crying and I was just looking at him. I'm sorry that you're so sad, but this breakup is official. And he said, how can you sit there and look at me cry and not shed a tear? You're a heartless bitch. And I said,
Yeah, I am, honey. And you'll never forget your time with Zoe Dillon. I said, bend over. I'll get my red lipstick.
okay, anyways, you Gucci, you good?
Honey, are you okay?
I just pictured. I can't. Okay, I don't want to talk too much shit about. I could go on about your ex-boyfriend.
Me too. We're gonna have to just do a whole episode on that
No,
one.
I feel so bad for him. I always.
I don't know why you feel so bad for. I truly like don't even a little bit.
I always see him on the dating apps, and every time I see him, I like see how much time he put into his thing. He's trying to find a girl.
Also, the reason we don't feel bad for him is because he's fine. Once he like they were, the reason it's okay is because they were very fixable things, you know.
Yeah.
Like
He's fine. And he is a grown-ass man.
and he's nice, he's good looking, whatever, he'll be fine.
Yeah, and his voice hinge prompt is so awkward. I can't.
Oh, I don't
He's like, for me, he's like a walking ick. I don't know how.
You know what? I think it's because you can tell that he'd be like the girl that when she takes off her glasses, like it could be okay, but like it's just like you're so awkward. Like it's like he's rubbing like the girl like the wrong way or something,
Yeah.
like petting the dog the wrong way, which is like you're so you know to pet the dog, you're just going the wrong direction.
He's the personification to me of like petting a dog the wrong way on the hair. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know what that's called, but like I just like could
He's
not gel with him.
A black-eyed kid.
Oh, you are.
I am.
All right.
Anyways.
Let's get back to it.
Okay, sorry. Back here. So he cried. She thought he was sorry. So I said we could try to be friends again, but that was it. Everything I felt for him died that night. Monday morning, I was headed back to class, but before I returned to the dorm room hell, I decided it was time for a change. So I went to a salon and dyed my hair blood red and rocked that shit.
Wow.
The conversation with my roommate, she denied everything, of course, but kept apologizing for it as if she was guilty. Weird. October 11th of 2019 was a great friend of mine's birthday, so I was headed over to her place while my roommate was back at her parents' house. She'd told me in casual conversation that her mom was working late that night and that her brother was at a friend's house, so she'd have the place to herself to study. That's important info for later. After a few games and drinks, me and my girls decided to take funny selfies and post them on social media, specifically Snapchat. Which is just like interesting because I wonder, Snapchat, when did it happen? I just wonder how different everything my college experience or like high school would be if Snapchat was like a thing. You know, I don't know.
Snapchat existed in my high school.
Was it? Maybe it did in mine too.
No,
but
it wasn't.
I just feel like a lot of stories we read, Snapchat plays a role in a lot of things. Whatever, not the point. I had one too many drinks and was having trouble focusing on my phone. And when I went to send the photos I was taking to the party's group chat, I accidentally hit Snap Maps. Ooh, this is gonna get juicy. I was about to switch over when I happened to notice her Bitmoji along with someone else's. Yep, his. Holy shit, the tea is piping hot. Okay. Not only had she lied to my face, but he was constantly telling me how much he hated her and how she ruined us, how she's all these awful names for cheating on her boyfriend with him. I forgot she had a boyfriend. For cheating on her boyfriend with him. But my favorite, how he'd never speak or look in her direction again because I was the most important person in his life and that he'd never do anything to hurt me like that again. Such bullshit.
Wow.
I was livid. I screenshotted what I saw and sent it to both of them and then put my phone on silent to enjoy the rest of the party. Then after reading all of their messages of bullshit excuses, I blocked both of them on everything.
Hell yeah.
But not before I listened to his angry voicemail telling me, what am I not allowed to have other friends? I should add, it was around midnight, so who knows? Maybe they were just studying, but I was done. Okay, so here's the aftermath.
Oh. What? But now that I have the friends?
This is like, we're like almost done. I'm a strong believer that everything happens for a reason because I really thought that guy could have been the one. Thankfully, on January 1st, 2020, I met an amazing man who I am now engaged to. And we are planning our wedding for 2024.
Hell yeah.
My roommate tried to meet my fiance once while we were dorming, and I decided it was best for us to get a hotel room just to be safe. Fuck that shit.
Smart girl.
Yep.
Fool me once.
As for the ex-guy friend and roommate, she reached out to me once her grandpa passed away because I had dealt with it myself the year before and knew how rough it was. I helped her through the best way I could and then faded out. As for the guy, haven't spoken to him since I got that voicemail and don't ever plan on it, but I wish them both nothing but the best. They taught me a lot of valuable lessons, even if it caused me pain, but it led me to my wonderful fiance.
You know what? Living well is the best revenge. And that's the thing that, like, I love that she just kind of cut the head off the snake. She sent them the thing and just, like, let it be, had her fun. And, like, you don't need to go into detail and explain and let people know, oh, my God, you hurt me so bad and blah, 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 blah. It's like, okay, you got to, like, and move on.
I think my favorite part is when she sees that they're together, so she takes the screenshot, sends it to both of them, and then puts her phone on silent,
exactly.
you know?
Cut the head off the snake and move on.
There's nothing else after that. It's like I'm crawling back, and that's why he was spiraling and spiraling and spiraling, and he was like, "What?" Like,
Yeah,
he imploded.
living well is the best revenge. Like, she literally just was like, I need to enjoy my time now. Both of these people clearly aren't for me.
And you know what? About living well, I've had several exes reach out to me since this podcast because I think that they see, oh wow, she looks like she's having a good time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna reach back. Hey, how you doing? You don't give a shit how I'm doing. Get out of here.
Get out.
I'm doing my best. Okay.
Hi.
Get out
out
of
there.
here. Get out of here. Get out of here. Bend over. Get your ass out of here. I'll put on my red lipstick. Ooh nala, ooh nala.
I've actually had no exes reach out to me. I'm surprised Colorado has not reached out to me.
I'm not
I'm not.
surprised at all.
Why?
Does he even know what a podcast is?
He don't even know.
I think he has to know.
Mm.
He doesn't have any social media, but, like, somebody's got to have told him.
I don't think so.
I would be like that. I mean, it would be very interesting if he doesn't know. And one day, if he just found out, like, oh, Jade has a podcast where she talks shit about me.
Where she detailed day by day how that
By day.
By day.
By day.
how that vacation was in Colorado.
Extended vacation with all of my shit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, guys. All right. We're bad like that. Okay. This one's called My Poor Nudes.
Nice.
So we had to choose it. I'm a huge fan of y'all's podcast and look forward to new episodes each week. Thank you for listening. I'm dating this guy in 8th grade for 7 months. I'm already nervous because 8th grade nudes in 8th grade. I'm scared.
But 7 months, you gotta do. You can't be like Jade. You gotta do something.
My poor nudes. I'm so scared.
Uh-oh.
I was dating this guy in 8th grade for 7 months. We'll call him Aaron. Aaron and his friends kept pressuring me to send him nudes because that was the next step in the relationship, Bailey.
Yeah.
I didn't want
7 months in 8th grade. If you do like the currency calculator, is like 5 years when you're
That's
in
true.
your 30s.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Oh my God. Okay.
5 years in your 30s.
I didn't want to do it at all, but after him and his friends were pressuring me, I finally gave in.
Men. They start out so bad, so young.
So
That's how they get
young.
there.
8th grade. Mind you, I had 0 boobs in 8th grade, and that was a big reason why I didn't want to send any pictures. Well, one night we were texting and I decided to send them. I made him promise that he would not screenshot them or show anyone. A couple nights after that, Aaron and I were texting about the pictures, and then all of a sudden, he stops texting me. My stomach would fall in my butt. Like, why did you stop? I would be so scared.
Aaron, just text me back.
30 minutes go by and I get a text from him, but it wasn't him. His mom decided I'm dead.
No.
His mom decided to take his phone and look through it. I want
Pervert.
I want to die for you. She saw the pictures and decided to message me saying she saw everything and was calling my mom. I immediately started freaking out and deleted the whole conversation off my phone. 15
Obviously.
minutes later, my mom rushes into my room and says, "Why is Aaron's mom calling me at 10:30 at night?" I immediately throw the covers over my head and yell, "I'm such a whore."
Oh no.
Wait, that made me pee my pants a little bit. I wasn't expecting that. Oh no. I proceeded to tell her what happened, and my mom decided to call Aaron's mom back and put her on speakerphone. Aaron's mom told me that Aaron had multiple pictures from other girls as well as text messages with those girls. My mom talked to me afterwards and said that she understands that people fall into peer pressure, so I wasn't grounded. Stop it, I want to cry.
That's a good mom.
But she needed to take my phone for a punishment. A week goes by and my dumbass decides to find my mom's old phone and use that to text Aaron, cussing him out and saying that we were done, then blocked him.
Good for you.
Nice.
This kid decides to give his mom his phone and say she's texting me when she's not supposed to have a phone.
Fucking
Fuck you, Aaron.
pussy.
Fuck you, Aaron. So my best friend and I are in my room getting ready to go see some friends play baseball, and my mom swings the door open. She then tells my friend to get out of my room because she needs to talk to me. That's something mom would do.
That's something you would do too.
For sure.
Get out.
Get out. Aaron's mom calls my mom and told her everything. My mom screams at me and asks where the phone is that I'm using. I go get it out of my hiding place and hand it to her. She screams that I'm grounded for the whole summer. It was April when this happened.
No, that's long.
She leaves my room just to come back in and rip my TV off my dresser. That's also a mom move.
Oh, God,
to like
yeah.
leave and then come back and do something else. That summer, she would randomly come into my room while I was at volleyball practice and go through everything, making sure I wasn't using another phone. I look back on this now and laugh because if it weren't for us getting caught, I would have never been in that toxic relationship, or I would have been in that toxic relationship for a lot longer.
Well, can I just say, moral of the story is Aaron's mom sounds like a see you next Tuesday.
Well, so does
Yeah.
Aaron. Where do you think he got it from? His fucking mom. Okay.
Let's report
I
to
feel like-
all these girls that my son is manipulating into doing this.
Imagine Aaron and his mom growing up and like getting married to Aaron and having to deal with his mother.
No, because like the problems only got worse.
Because she's playing both sides.
But a 7-month relationship, like, how big was the school? Like, how big is your network in
Yeah,
8th grade?
How and why is nobody else talking about how Aaron is talking to so many girls? Because in that era, like you just know, like shit just gets around.
Yeah, but also think about it this way. So, excuse me. My thought is, I bet a lot of the other 8th graders, remind you, they're in 8th grade. I bet that's a harmonica. I bet a lot of the other 8th graders who sent the pictures were also really like nervous and vulnerable and didn't want to tell people.
And Aaron is such a gaslighter because he learned that from his mom.
Yes.
How to do that, and he manipulated them.
So this is kind of off topic, but you want to know where I think Aaron and his mom are now?
Married to each other.
So I don't know if I've said this story before, but I recently heard a story that my friend told me, and she was like, whoa, my friend, it was like a friend of a friend's wedding. So we don't know how true it is, but like, I just hope it's true because it's
urban legend.
disgusting. A friend of a friend was getting married, but the bride was nervous. So she's like, I just need to go talk to my groom just to, check in, make sure that like we're all good. She knocks on his hotel room door, goes in, and the son is breastfeeding off of his mother's teat.
No,
And they're
that's
adults.
not real.
Jade, I think it's real.
I don't think that's
so
real.
obviously she calls off the wedding, and the dad had to like tell everybody the wedding's
Because
no longer there.
he
And I
was-
said, I hope the dad said why they were calling it off.
Breastfeeding? No, there's no way.
Well, legend has it that's Aaron and his mom.
And on that,
Nice.
next story.
Okay. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, last one. Setting the fire. This one's called Setting the Fire. Sorry, I don't know what I keep talking.
Are you okay?
Last story. First, I would like to say I love you guys.
I would like to say I love you back.
I watch/listen to you guys every Sunday in the hot tub.
And that's a real in the hot tub?
I want a hot tub.
Wait, that is peak YPD listening. In the hot tub, hot Cheetos with an Onda. That's like what I would want to be doing.
Yeah, I just want a hot tub.
Yeah.
Okay, so me and my friend were 8 years old. We were at her house, which was huge, like a very, very big house.
Sounds like you might have a big house too.
Well, you have a hot tub, so
Well,
maybe.
and you have access to a TV next to a hot tub.
Your phone.
Oh, right. A portable TV.
Are you
a phone?
Okay, my friend had a younger sister that was the same age as mine, so they were at my house while I was at theirs.
Okay.
Her mom was out of town, so it was just me and my friend and her dad and their 2 dogs. To set the scene, it was probably midnight. We were bored, so we decided to be penguins and splash water all over I can't finish this sentence. God, I love our listeners. So we decided to be penguins and splash water all over her floor. And we were wearing swimsuits sliding on her bathroom floor. That's something I would do.
Yeah.
Little did we know that bathroom floors can't hold water very well. And it started leaking down, which had all the electrical stuff down below. And it was messing with the smoke alarms. So you can only imagine the looks on our face when the fire alarms were going off. We were in our swimsuits, sliding like penguins on the floor. We sprinted downstairs and waited in her garage until her dad came out and yelled at us after he figured out what was that it was all because of us. And when he saw all of the water. So we had to go get towels and clean it up while her dad yelled at us.
That's hilarious.
That's just like a random, I needed that. I've never thought. You want to play penguins?
You want to play penguins?
That's funny. Okay, so this isn't a story, but I just wanted to say one of our listeners, her name's Kelly, she wrote into us with some topic ideas, and so I wanted to read her little message and see what you guys think about it.
Let's see what her little message says.
Okay, Kelly. She says, I had an idea for an episode topic that I thought could be pretty funny.
Oh.
Things we thought or were told as a child that we now realize are weird or incorrect.
Okay.
For example, I thought that if you mixed ice cream enough, it would turn into cotton candy. Literally no idea why, but I did. I feel like people would have some pretty interesting stories. I think that would be really funny.
Yeah. Okay, let's do it.
Then she says, absolutely love the pod, and I feel like it was fate that I found your podcast because I am also the oldest of 3 sisters.
Like me.
So I love the sister dynamic and all of your sense of humor. My boyfriend is a huge Bears fan.
Bear down.
So the weekly Bears updates make me feel so cool when I talk to him about them.
Oh my God.
And then she says, I would love if you guys did some kind of extra segment as like girls trying to understand or explain what's happening in the Bears season because I know nothing.
Okay.
So that would be funny.
Yeah, once the season starts, we'll do that.
But I do think that next week we should do the weird things that you thought as a kid.
Yeah.
That you just thought were real. Do you have anything right off the top of your head?
I don't.
I went straight to things that mom told us, like when we were like in the grocery store and we weren't behaving, and she'd find like the scariest looking person and be like, that's your real mom, and if you don't start like behaving, we're gonna send you home with her.
Yeah.
I don't know if I believed her, but I was like, but what if it's true?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do it.
That's a lie. Or that's a lie that mom told us. I don't know, something I believed.
We'll think about it. So anyways, guys, I think we're gonna wrap it up. This was
a really funny episode.
Okay, this was funny. This was a little long. Sorry, Jade. But as a reminder, so just like this week, if you guys have a different funny story that you want to, just
tell us whatever comes to
send
your
us anything.
mind. If you have questions, ask us.
Yeah, you know what? Maybe we can do another like Q&A type thing.
Yeah,
so just let us
whatever.
know. But yeah, write into us whatever you want, and or the weird childhood things that you thought that aren't real. You can write in at yourpoordad@gmail.com. Make sure that you tell all of your friends.
Tell all your friends.
We need some more stepsisters.
Comment. Tag us on all the Bears pictures.
Every Bears post.
And just continue to be amazing humans, because I feel like you guys are.
And while you're at it, sorry if we're asking too much of you, but go ahead and just give us a 5-star rating.
Yeah. Do it.
Thanks. Love you. Mean it. Bye.
Bye.